Hi, this is Lorraine with Chat and Craft with Lorraine Tierney. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I thought I'd jump on today and show you a card that we made in our Zoom class last night. I'm just checking to make sure I'm in the screen pretty well. I think that looks good. I don't want to bounce it around. So this is the card that we made. It is a Z-fold card. And it's pretty quick and easy and a lot of fun. I made this one with the Field and Flowers DSP. That is a free item if you spend $50 during Sale-a-bration with Stampin' Up! And that starts on January 5th. The papers I'm going to use now are from another free pack called Paper Blooms, and they're just beautiful. I'll show you quickly what this pack looks like. They are all so pretty, front and back. We're going to use this one today, as well as the back. And we'll use this one, and the not the stripes. But these are just so pretty. I love the colors. I love the patterns. I love these little flowers. So we're going to use a couple of those. If, while I'm working, if you're not able to see clearly and you enlarge the image, it will make it look a whole lot closer. Hi, Courtney. We missed you last night. Glad you're watching today. All right. So I'll go over the dimensions of all the paper right now, but I'll post these under the video later on so that you don't have to try to catch them right now. You need 2 pieces of cardstock. One piece is 4 1/4 by 11. That's this piece. The other piece is 3 1/4 by 9. Then you have a piece of DSP that is 5 1/4 by 4. Oh, I'm having such a hard time deciding which side to use on that paper. You need another piece of DSP that is 4 by 2 1/2, and a third piece that is 3 by 2 3/4. And then you need 2 pieces of Whisper White. I have an extra one here in case I need it. And these are 3 by 2 3/4. And like I said, I will put those measurements in under the video after it posts. So to get started, we need to do a little bit of scoring on the 2 pieces of cardstock. So on the bigger piece, this is the outside piece. We're going to score it twice. The first time is at 2 3/4 inches. We'll score that. And then we're going to flip it over because it's a Z fold and they fold in 2 different directions, and score it at 5 1/2. Okay, and then each one we're going to fold, I call it the mountain in the middle, the ridge into the middle. I don't think I brought my bone folder over, so I'll just use my fingers to do that. Okay, so that's one base. Then the other piece of cardstock, the one that's 3 1/4 by 9, we are going to score at 3. We flip it over and score it at 6. And then the same thing, we're going to fold it in so that the mountains go in the middle and give it a good crease. Okay, and we don't need the paper trimmer anymore. I'll put that aside. So the first thing we'll do is put some DSP on our card base. So I was thinking I was going to do it like this with the green. Hi, Michelle. It's morning in Australia. Well, good morning to you. It's late afternoon here. Or I could do it this way. Oh, I like it both ways. I think I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so I'm going to put some adhesive on here. I'm using the new seal, and if you notice, it's got a different little kind of snap to break the adhesive than our other snail had. I bring it up to 90 degrees, and then it just kind of breaks off. It's a little bit stretchy. Whoop, that one got a little stretchy on me. Takes a little bit of practice and getting used to, but I love it. It sticks so well. So I'm just centering those two pieces of cardstock on the most left-hand flap and the most right-hand flap. And the card is going to go like that. Now we're going to put some pieces of cardstock on the smaller piece, and the smaller piece is going to fit so that they both are opening like this. Okay, so it's going to go like that. So you have to have the orientation so that the opening is on the left-hand side. Piece of Whisper White is going to go on the first square and on the last square, and then a piece of DSP in the center. Yeah, I'm going to do that side. I'm not going to put my white pieces on yet because I want to stamp on those, and just in case I need to flip them over or I make a mistake, I'll stamp first. Okay, and I want to show you one other thing that I kind of learned the hard way. I think this card needs to go in the portrait orientation. The first one I saw was not. It was landscape, like this. If it goes in the portrait orientation, it can stand up. I did one in the, this is landscape. Did I say landscape? I hope so. This is in portrait orientation. I like it like that. I like that you can see the paper, but you can't stand it up or display it. And when you display it, the inside would be sideways. So I think it does better in the portrait orientation. But your pieces of Whisper White are in portrait orientation to fit on your cardstock. So portrait orientation on a landscape card. I hope that makes sense and I didn't make it more confusing. I'm going to do a little bit of light stamping in the background, similar to how I have a flower back here, and then the sentiment. I'm going to do that, and I'm using the Blossoms in Bloom stamp set. I'm going to get my Stamp and Pierce mat to go underneath. Oops, I got to keep that portrait. And I'm using two of the flowers. And Petal Pink is one of the colors in the DSP. So I'm going to start with that, but I'm going to stamp it off so that I get a lighter shade. I'm going to do a couple of those. Stamp it off again. I'm going to clean it and do a little bit with soft seafoam, which is also one of the colors in the DSP. And then I have two stamp sets, two stamps on the same block here, just to stamp a little bit quicker. Let's see. Go there. And then I think I want just one more. So I'm going to take one off. And I'll stamp off again. And just put one over here. There we go. I just wanted a little bit of color behind the happy birthday so that it wasn't quite so stark and so white. I like a little bit of color back there. Okay, so now I'm going to use the memento in the black, and I chose 2 of the birthday greetings from Peaceful Moments. I'm going to use the happy birthday on the outside and the wishing you every happiness this special day will bring on the inside. Okay, I want to turn this card the other way, this piece of cardstock. I think I'm going to go a little bit off center. Right there. Perfect. All right, and then I have the wishing you every happiness this day will bring. I don't need to use my foam mat under these red rubber stamp sets that already have the foam, but since it's here, I'll just leave it here. And I'm going to leave myself room to write a little message. And I may have just smudged that. I'm going to flip it over. Yeah, because that other one, is that the right size? I got a little bit of extra ink on that. I was hesitant, and I touched it when I didn't want to. Okay. I could hide it with an embellishment or something, but I'll just do it again. There we go. Okay. So now I am going to adhere those to my soft seafoam base. Here we go. It's fun to be working on making birthday cards for my birthday card stash because, as you might imagine, for the past several weeks, it's been Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. So it's good to see some birthday stamps and some different paper. Are you guys done with your Christmas cards? Today I had, so many Christmas cards in my mailbox. It was wonderful. Oh, I loved it. Some photos, some homemade ones. It was beautiful. Okay, so now we have the 2 pieces of the card made, and we're going to put them together. So it's a little bit tricky to get this straight, but I'm going to try my best without getting my head in the camera. Okay, so I'm going to do the back first. I'm going to put a little bit or a lot of adhesive on the back. And I'm going to keep the top open a little so I can slide it here. And I want it to be straight on both the front and the back without putting it down before I want it down. I'm trying to use my grid paper a little bit here to help me get that situated. Okay, I'm going to go with that. Got to commit. Okay, and now I only want to put adhesive on the half of the card right here. So I'm going to put a little tick mark with my pencil on the underside just to show me where that ends. I don't know if you can see it. I just have a tiny little mark, and then I know where my adhesive can go. Okay, and I'm going to erase those and put that down. And there we have a beautiful birthday card. I think I smudged something on there. There we go. I love the colors of that paper. And it says, Happy Birthday. So I thought it would also be fun to decorate the envelope. I love when I take the time to do that. I don't always take the time because I'm usually rushing to get the card in the mail. So if I decorate the envelope now, it'll be all set. So I cut this piece of paper 2.5 by 6. And I'm going to basically glue it to the flap of the envelope. And then I'm going to trim it. So I'm going to put my glue on the envelope flap because the paper is bigger. And I don't want to glue it to the table. All right, and I'm going to go for the bold part of this. I like that bold Night of Navy. That navy's one of my favorite colors. And I like the liquid glue for this because, as you can see, I did not get that exactly where I wanted it. I'm going to fold it. No, maybe not. I didn't get it as close to the seam as I wanted, and I can pick it up. Okay, there we go. I now have a little glue, and I'm going to grab my paper snips, my scissors, and I'm going to trim right around the envelope flap. So, like I said, if I do it now, I'll be happy when I go to use the card that the envelope is decorated, because I won't have to get supplies out and do that later. So they have this nice flap. I like it when you go to the mailbox and you know immediately, oh, I got a card. So this is the card and the decorated envelope. So it's a really quick technique, but it gives a little wow. It's fun when somebody opens it. So I hope that you liked it. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you would share it and let other people see it as well. And I'm getting ready to send out catalogs, and if you would like one, you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you would like a catalog, I'd be happy to mail you one. Just message me your name and address. And if you'd like to shop with me, you can shop right on the Chat and Craft / Lorraine Tierney Facebook page just by clicking on that Shop Now button. So I would like to wish everybody a lovely Christmas. I'm reading the comment that says, did the cat just say wow? I think I'm going to say yes to that. My cat just loved that card. He thought it was great. So he said, wow. I wish you all a very happy holiday, a day filled with love and laughter, and maybe not quite the way you envisioned it, but I'm going with the hope that it can still be good. We're all going to have a good day, and it will be all right. So take care. Bye-bye.